Hi everyone, I'm Sunny. I'm a rather new creator on here, but I'm so excited to work on my first video for you guys. I've worked on some animation stuff in the past, but this is one of my first ones where I actually have a mic. Kinda weird hearing yourself back and listening to the video, but yeah. I had this funny little idea of taking the Dream Smp characters and turning them into D&D characters. I know the basic story of the Dream Smp, but nothing too extensive. Like, I don't know what Techno eats for breakfast. So I'm basically just choosing their classes and what would best fit their character. And you don't have to know all about D&D to enjoy the video. I'll just be going through different things on why I chose them, but I'll water it down for you guys. The first one I worked on was Technoblade. He was kind of an easy one, him being all about fighting and war and also him killing orphans. There's that too. So him being a barbarian kind of fits. The subclass I chose for him was Path of the Zealot, which is basically a barbarian that believes in Jesus and beats people up because of Jesus. So you know how Techno's all about killing for the blood god? Yeah, the god Techno worships is the blood god. This just kind of made sense for Techno. Also, the class offers this fun little feature that's called Rage Beyond Death, which is basically when the barbarian dies, he can still keep fighting. They just completely say nope to death and just act like nothing happened. Who did we see do this? Techno. Literally during his execution. His saying is Technoblade never dies. This is all working too well. Now for his character design, he's a pig, so I kind of just made him part pigling, as if it was a D&D race, which I'm sure someone has made. But aside from his race, I decided to sprinkle some gold throughout his whole design. I made sure to keep his original key designs, like his crown and cape and pig mask, as these were things on his Minecraft skin. Also, his fancy clothing. Even though he worships the god of blood, doesn't mean he can't dress nice. His reason for having the cape and crown for my little headcanon is I kind of thought it would be cool if the god he's worshipping was just Techno himself. Like, as if this was the aftermath of Techno being some fallen war god with memory issues, then going on to regain back his legacy. Which also kind of explains why Techno can't remember his birthday, or how old he was. But a few other designs I threw in there is him actually having blood vials on his waist, as well as the wither skeletons. I really like the axe I made for him. Also, I kind of thought him drinking blood could possibly up his HP. All in all, I think this was a pretty decent design. My favorite part was drawing the axe. Also, this took me 2 hours to do. on to Tommy's design, the main protag boy. His design is less extensive as Techno's, but I still wanted to keep him simple, so at least he looks like Tommy. So for this one, I saw a lot of people drawing Tommy with horns, I think for a part of his aesthetic, so I took that in making him half demon. Yeah, I turned him into a tiefling, which is basically just that. This is D&D, we literally do whatever we want. Class-wise, he's a fighter, but a War Master fighter. I know Tommy is not the first one you would think that would be a War Master, maybe Wilbur or Fundy or someone else, but I think Tommy can achieve that. His reason on why he wants the disc so bad is because he heard that in a story that the legendary discs can be used as a weapon. They were once used by the gods, and this weapon would appear, and it had the power to strike any foe or monster down within its possession. Maybe even being able to kill another god. And Tommy, being Tommy, obviously wants that weapon. Because why not? It's Tommy. Of course he would do something like that. His class allows him to trip, yell, and push people better. So there's that. Made sure to keep his red shirt and his handkerchief, because I really liked drawing his handkerchief. And I thought I would make his tail swing at least a little bit. He has potions on his waist just to make sure if he needs to go invisible at any time. I also drew him with Linda, his shovel, as I see him as more of a dex fighter than a strength fighter. I kept this one very basic to his actual design, aside from making him half demon. Next up is Phil. He's a bird father, therefore he is druid. He is a nature boy, and you cannot tell me any different. Subclass for him is the Circle of the Shepherd. His feature is, if he dies, all the crows will spawn right next to his body, and right then and there will insist on killing whoever killed their dear precious bird father. His race, I chose Fallen Asimar, because of his wings. He's basically a fallen angel, and will protect the forest. Reason why he fell? Who knows? The story I wrote is basically, in his staff lies the heart of a forest. He must take it with him on a journey to find a new resting place for it, since the old one was blown to shreds because of L'Manberg's war. For his design, obviously, I wanted crow hobo vibes, and decided to give him a leaf robe instead of his silky black one. There are dark vines that seem to grow onto Phil without explanation, however he deals with it. There's some flowers on his bucket hat, and that was it. I kept this really original to his design as well, as I kind of just looked at him and decided, yeah, he's a druid. Add some fear of zombie children to his character, and that was it. this was kind of all I had for all of the characters. I wanted to start out with 3 because these really did take a long time. Techno's took 2 hours, Tommy's took an hour, and Phil's also took 2 hours. Thank you guys so much for at least sticking to each character design in the end. It means a lot to me. Also, if you're new to D&D and know about Dream Smp, again, I will say I highly recommend playing it. I've had the time of my life for almost 2 years, and I've loved it ever since. If you want to see more D&D character designs or just art in general by me, feel free to check out my Twitter page. Link in the description. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day. Bye.